Okay, so hi again everyone. This time I'm going to be talking about a free app called BandLab. BandLab is also freely available on the net as well, and what BandLab is a digital audio workstation, or DAW, and the digital audio workstation is like the most advanced type of music software that lets you do lots of things like recording, singing, guitar, and making music electronically as well. So we're going to just open up this BandLab, and it comes up like this. You have to sign into this one, which is worth doing because you get a lot of stuff for free, and it's quite complicated, but I'll just show you the sort of two most sort of simple ways to make music with it. So when we open up this page, we press add to make a new composition, and it gives us all these options. So we have stuff like import track if you want us to remix a track. We have voice, MIDI, looper, guitar and bass. So voice, guitar and bass really require you to have what's called an audio interface. So they're a bit more complicated, but you can still do a lot of stuff with these two, looper and MIDI instruments. So we'll start off with looper. Now, it gives you a chance to discover and download lots of different types of tracks, different kind of packs of sounds basically. And when you download these, you can then like remix them and do lots of interesting stuff with them. So I've downloaded a few, so I'll try this one called IDM, and it loads it up and it looks like this. So it looks very much like the Launchpad. I don't know if you remember the Launchpad app, I'm sure you do. So we can make music with this quite easily by pressing on any of the squares to launch. I'm pressing again to stop it. Okay, so this gives us like all these different options, and again it works by one loop per column. So we can only play one thing in each column at a time. So that's like the way all the kind of these Launchpad type apps work. And if we want to speed it up or slow it down, we can go to the settings at the top, and that gives us the tempo. So we can speed it up a bit, let's go up to 140. So that's 140 beats per minute. So you can hear that's faster now. Now, say we want to record some of this stuff and then use it as a backing for our track. It's quite easy to do. We just press the record button at the bottom, but first of all we want to have a little count-in to play along with. So I'm going to go into the settings again and scroll down to where it says count-in. I'll select 1 bar. Okay, so we go back to here now, and I press this, which will give us a little count-in so that we know when to start. Okay, so that's probably enough for just now. Okay, so we recorded that. I'll just mute all these, stop these just now. Okay, the snare's still going there. Okay, so you heard the little click going there. So that's just this little metronome in the bottom right hand corner here, which we can switch on and off, toggle that on and off. So that's it off now. And what I'll do is I'll shrink this down by pressing the little arrow button there. If we go back to the start and play. So you can see it's recorded what I've just done on the Launchpad on this track here. So now we've got a backing track that works. Just recorded exactly what I've just done there on the launch pad. Okay, so now I'm going to add another thing, which is a MIDI instrument. So MIDI instruments are like electronic instruments that we can just play along with on a keyboard. So on the tablet here, it will just launch a little launch a little keyboard that we can play along with. So let's see, I'll just add in something I've already downloaded. Again, we can download lots of different sounds off the BandLab website. It's quite easy to do. Just click Discover, and it lets you download packs. Okay, so we've now got a keyboard to play along with. So if I go back to the start, and we can just record a bit of keyboard along with our looper track. Okay, so I'm in the wrong key. So it should be in B. But actually, if we look at this track, let's listen to it, what I've just played. Okay, so it's a wee bit out of time. So what I'm going to do is just delete that. So if you click on it and press delete, and I'm going to try and do that again, but this time I'm going to click this Q button at the top, and what that does is quantize as I'm playing, which quantize means knock it into time, so it makes it just sound a bit better. So I'll do the same thing, record again, and this time I'm going to play the right note. Here it goes. Okay, so let's have a listen to that. Hopefully it should sound a little bit more in time. Cool, so it is a little bit more in time. If I double click on that, oops, we can see the notes on what is called a piano roll view. So this is like another common feature of like digital audio workstations, as you can see the notes as you've played them, and then we can edit them, sort of drag them about the place so they can be played just in different parts of the book. Okay, so we'll click done, and now we can basically loop this one. What I'm going to do, if you click it, it lets you resize it. So I'm going to resize it to bar 9, and then I'm going to click loop. So it's just going to go around. Let's see, yeah, it's going to loop once at the moment. So let's play again. Okay, so it sounds a bit wonky, but it'll do. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do is add another MIDI instrument. So I'm clicking add and then go to MIDI instruments. This time I'm going to add some drums. So we've got loads of different types of drums, and I've already downloaded this one here. So these ones haven't been downloaded yet, but just to download them, you just click it, and if I want to open it, double click it. So this shows up like this. Okay, what I'll do is I'll actually change that one. Okay, so this little bit here at the side lets you mix it. It also lets you delete the track. So I'm going to add another track instead, and I'm going to go for percussion this time. So drums, Afro, Cuban percussion. Okay, now it's time to record this. Forgot to put the Q on again, so I'll put the Q on. Okay, so it sounds a bit mad there, but actually what I can do is just take the last little bit, maybe one little bit of that, and loop it. So I'm going to go take this like this, go to here, move it back, and just take a little bit, and loop it, so place. Okay. So I'll just take that first couple of bars, and then loop. So here we go, it gives us time to loop it, so we can loop it 4 times. Let's see what that sounds like. Okay, so what we could actually do as well is have some effects on it. So if we double click on it here, it gives us this chance to add effects. And so we could make it industrial drums, just play it through. So the effects are quite fun. If you click on the little mixer button, it lets you change the effects. I'll muck about with that there. So that's just a kind of very brief introduction to BandLab. Like I say, there's a lot more to it than that, but this is quite a good way of just like getting started with it using the looper. So I'll show you that again, the looper. Oops. Thanks. Looper. And the MIDI instruments to get started. And it works on tablet, Android and iOS, and it works on phone, and it works online. You can go to the BandLab website and use it online on your PC or laptop. Okay, well, have fun with that, and see you next time.